This is a ratings month in television, a very important time. It's when audience levels are measured for all the different shows. And those numbers can determine whether a show lives or dies.
There's a lot of pressure, even at top-ranked NBC. The network is not only trying to maintain its standing, it's also trying to improve on nights that the ratings have been low.
That's true, and reporter Bob Ormseth went to Hollywood to visit the set of a show that's on the front lines of this ratings war. And he joins us live now with his special series, Primetime Players. Bob?
Tom and Jesse, just 2 weeks ago, NBC won a skirmish in the ratings war. It attracted more viewers on a Tuesday night than any other network. Now, historically, NBC has had trouble attracting viewers on Tuesday and Friday nights. And from Hollywood, we found an example of one way they're trying to solve that.
Speak. Marker. And action!
On a soundstage at Culver City Studios, an hour-long drama is being filmed for NBC.
Anybody ever tell you how beautiful you are?
I love you too, but save it for later, okay?
This is Baywatch, a series about lifeguards which NBC hopes will save a struggling Friday night lineup.
We're looking to establish a beachhead on Friday night, and we'll take it wherever we can find it, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock.
That's it. Magic, I gotta tell you.
After 10 years of pitching the show to the network, the producer, himself a lifeguard, finally hit on the right combination.
We are in shape.
First and foremost were the two executive producers. They were the two very credible, successful writers. 2, my own experience. And 3, the uniqueness of the concept.
The show features action, drama, and a lot of other things that you might expect to see on a Southern California beach. Bonin and his fellow lifeguards encounter some 80 million visitors to Southern California beaches every year, and that is a big potential audience.
And so our show was developed, targeted for that 8 o'clock audience, and we frankly had hoped for a Friday night because we knew that this might kick off weekends nicely and might help that night that was weak.
Actor David Hasselhoff knows all about Friday nights. His last series, Knight Rider, aired in the same time period, but now he doesn't worry about ratings.
I'm more interested in doing the best work I can and trying to keep the scripts above the level of a 12-year-old and stunt of the week. And I got my hands full there, but I think we've had 6 or 7 shows air, and there's been 3 or 4 really good ones. And that's a good record so far.
But a Pulitzer Prize-winning critic doesn't think much of the show.
To me, it's an appallingly bad show. I saw it, and I thought it was just awful. Anyway, what can I tell you? It's like something done in somebody's garage with the sound of waves in the background.
Despite that, NBC bet that Baywatch will help shore up its Friday night ratings.
You turn around a night, time period by time period, and once you can get one to lock in, it makes it that much easier to build the night from there.
You know, we came up.
The cast and crew of Baywatch know how important those ratings are to the life of the show. And so far this year, the program is in second place in its time period with an average audience of about 10.5 million viewers. And the network is still trying to decide if that is good enough to keep Baywatch from being beached. Just 2 days ago, the producers of Baywatch were supposed to learn if NBC would continue the series through the rest of the season. The producers are still waiting to hear, but the latest word we have out of Hollywood is the chances look good. Tom, Jesse.
Bob, in addition to the ratings, networks get a lot of viewer mail. Do they pay any attention to it?
Perhaps not in the way that you think. Now, the network executives tell us that they scrupulously look at every phone call or every letter that they receive. However, the letters that have an impact on their programming are the big volume of letters that come in for a show like Cagney and Lacey that help to turn those shows around.
Yeah, and we saw that happen with Designing Women also. All right, Bob, thanks. Boy, it was a cold one today.